Hey, hi everyone. It's Nono here one more week. I wanted to say hello to everyone who's been watching for the past weeks. And if you're new, this is Nono Martinez Alonso. This is a live stream on creative machine intelligence for designers, where we do creative coding, automation, play with many different technologies, including machine learning models, and podcasting as well. All right. So first of all, I would appreciate if you can say if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay, if everything's fluid. And I want to say hello to Sajeh that is connecting with us online. If you connect with us, I would really appreciate if you can leave a comment on the chat, say where you're connecting from and how you found us. All right. Today, the main focus, what I'm going to try to talk about, and this is something that I have taken a while to take a look at, is it's a machine learning kit for the Raspberry Pi and Lobe. But before we get started with that, I'm going to invite you to like this video if you want to support the work that I'm doing with the channel, and if you're new, to subscribe, and that way you can get notified when I go live next or when I upload new videos. You can also join us on Discord at none_Discord or on that QR code, and you can go to last week's live stream. That's at live/72 if you want to see this, which is a live stream in which I just spend 1 hour trying to see what BlobGAN is and testing the provided demo notebook with this publication. This is a resource that was shared by Ricardo Cesar Rodriguez on the live stream on the machine learning channel, which, I'm always welcoming pointers to things you want to take a look at, and I can comment on them, or I can go through them and maybe sometimes develop custom solutions or train new models. So I don't have a bunch of time to look at this lately. So if you tell me what's the latest hype network, I can that way discover new things and test them on the live stream or maybe on separate tutorials. You can also submit a question about the latest podcast or any previous episodes or about the live stream. This is a voice note through gettingsimple.com/ask. You just go there, click on start recording, and send me an audio memo. All right, today, as I mentioned, we get back to this speeding through video. So this was the unboxing that I did of this kit that was sold by Adafruit. That's adafruit.com. It's a place where you can buy a lot of hardware, and this is what they call the ML kit for Lobe, the machine learning kit for Lobe. Lobe AI we've covered before on the live stream. You can go to some of the first live streams of the very beginning of the live stream channel, and this is basically a kit that they bundled up that you can also get with, or you could also get with the Raspberry Pi 4, which is the one I got. It's now out of stock, right? These things run and go really fast. And specifically what this has is this Braincraft chip that is designed specifically for this kit. It gets a fan, so you can put this fan on the top of this chip that, well, basically here, and this part here will enter into this section of the Raspberry Pi. I have to say that I'm personally not super good in hardware. I'm better in software and coding using the keyboard than using hand tools. And I'm trying to learn a bit more, but I do understand some things about these devices. It was funny to see that, let's just watch this thing again. It was funny to see that all of these pieces, it's really a simple kit. It only has maybe like 10 parts or something like that. But because people who get these kits usually know a lot about how to plug these things and how they have to go together or what each of the pieces are, there's nowhere, I couldn't easily find anywhere online, either on adafruit.com or on YouTube, that explain exactly how to assemble the kit step by step. So for somebody who is a novice and just wants to get this hardware kit and use software on it, I think it's a bit daunting. Like, I don't think, because you don't really know how things have to go or if you have to do something special. So today I wasn't going to do a live stream because I'm feeling a bit sick, but I wanted to show up just to tell you what I'm going to be taking a look at offline and hopefully also on future live streams. So the objective of this kit is, we mentioned this. Let me see, actually I do have the video, so I can open this video here. I I was expecting to get the video, the raw video. Let me actually extract that from this presentation. This unboxing I did almost a year ago, so you can see how how few time I've had in order to do these things, right? So this is the box that got to me, shipped to Spain from the US. So now we have to pay a lot of taxes and on every package you get. So you pay extra if you buy from Europe to a store that is in the US. Just bear that in mind. I opened the package and this is Adafruit. This is the company or the web store that I was mentioning before. So we can go and open adafruit.com here. It opened with this kit. So the kit that I bought, I think is, yeah, I'm not sure which one I bought, which kit I bought for this. Let me check if I can quickly go into my email. So Microsoft, let me just paste this on my Google search bar. And I'm gonna try to see which is the one that I actually got. Okay, Adafruit. I guess I put my email. Okay. Order confirmation. I got the 8 gigs. Okay, so I got the 8 gig of RAM. Okay, yeah. So actually talking about prices, on top of this, I had to pay $36 of shipping to Spain plus 21% taxes. So it was like 200 and something dollars to get the entire kit. But as you can see, it's pretty nifty. It's pretty good. Like, it brings this connection to the camera. So this is a camera and also a protector for the camera. You have here the on-device display. This is a joystick. This is a button, and the what's below is the Raspberry Pi, and this connects, the Braincraft connects on top of it. What I don't see here is the accelerometer that comes with the kit. And yeah, I don't know if the accelerometer just comes with the Raspberry Pi, because it doesn't show here. So this seems to be the Lobe kit, which comes with the power adapter and the fan, the camera here, the SD card, the protector for the camera, and the Braincraft hat. What else do we have here? So this is the Braincraft with the fan installed on it. You can see the size reference to $1/4, and some stickers that you get for free, right? All right, so this is the kit video that they put here, which explains not only the Lobe kit, I think it explains other things. This is a Raspberry Pi, like Pi Zero. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, they just show this and explain a bit what it is, but I think they just show the same photo, so you don't really get to see how to assemble that kit. All right, so let's go back. So you have a lot of resources here. There are tutorials. I'm trying to do the initial setup. I don't have the board right here in the studio with me, but I'll bring it next week. I'm trying to set it up in order to basically be able to stream to SSH to it, right? Let me see if I have, yeah, the video is here. So that's Adafruit. This is the package as it comes. This piece here, this is the accelerometer I was mentioning, and I think this is more part of the Raspberry Pi than the, maybe we can take a look at that, than the than the Lobe kit. So let's take a look. Boards. Okay, Raspberry Pi. Out of stock. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. So if I put here machine learning Lobe, it doesn't say anything about the okay, so there is a more detailed page of the brain hat itself. I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna look at my email. Hey, so DBS, so I can see you're online. I'm taking a look at the Raspberry Pi, so the machine learning kit for Lobe, that I got a while ago, and I've been trying to play with it as of recently, and I want to go through how to get models trained and deployed into this device and play with that a bit to see what type of models we can get into this device that has not only a camera but a display and microphone and some other things. Like what I said, like I think this is an accelerometer, but I was trying to look up what it is. Does this sound interesting, or that's not the content that you're looking for? Okay, so here is okay. So let me quickly take a look at these things. Mm, okay, all right. So I think I got what happened. So what happened when I bought the kit is that I got the kit for Lobe, the Raspberry Pi case. Basically, it's a kit with the Raspberry Pi, and I got for free a half-size breadboard that was free and a triple axis accelerometer. So this confused me a lot because I was not seeing that anywhere on the videos, on the prototype, or on the page of that defined the content. And actually, I was trying to make sense of where those parts had to be, and I ended up installing everything and leaving those outside, but there was nowhere where I could see that that was the case. So this is the kit, and I installed it. So I'm just setting up the SSH access and have to get that covered. All right, so let's go back quickly to that video that we have. Um, we have the stickers, so it comes with a camera, the instructions. This video is really sped up, so it's really hard to see the things. But this is the Raspberry Pi. So I recorded this video, and the video is normal speed, but I made a time lapse for the live stream just to show it looping. And as you can see, the colors are washed, and that is because I haven't applied the proper colors to the video yet. All right, so we have Raspberry Pi power supply. We have welcome labels. We have the 3-axis accelerometer. We have the free breadboard here, the Raspberry Pi power supply, which is US, and I have to put an adapter, but it works if I just put a like a European adapter. Okay, so DBS, just give me 1 second. I'll finish going through this video and we can talk about crypto and NFT. Okay, so this is the Raspberry Pi case, which doesn't fit with Braincraft HAT because it's taller. So that is not a solution that I can use here unless you 3D print or do some custom cover. Here's where the Braincraft comes. Right, so this is the display, those are the ports, this is the connection, right? So that is the display, this is the joystick, this is the button, this is an on-off switch for you to basically deactivate the microphone, because this tiny thing here, this is the left microphone and this is the right microphone. I think I moved something. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, do you see this is the right mic, this part here. And for those of you, in case you're seeing these to assemble the kit, I can point you to where the fan goes. So if I look at the, oh, the fan goes on the other side. So I'm not sure if I show that here. The fan goes there, but I don't think we can see that in this part of the video. Oh, yeah. So the fan goes here. You can actually see the word fan. So you plug it here and you have to put the fan here and screw the fan with the four screws that come on there. So this is the name of the thing, Braincraft. And yeah, so here you get like the number of the digital pins and some other things, right? Like buttons 17, joy cells 16, 22, 23, 24, 27, digital audio 18 through 21, backlight 26. So that is those are things that we need to take a look at. All right, so we go forward. This is the SD card, nothing fancy there. The Raspberry Pi 4 computer. Then we get, this is the top of it. It has two HDMI output ports. It has an audio jack port, which the Braincraft also has. USB-C power supply. The SD card reader is below here. And it has 4 USBs and 1 Ethernet adapter for network connection. And this slide here, this is where you would put in the Braincraft. All right, so you see the USB ports on the sides here. We can see the USB, so the USB-C and the HDMI outputs. That's better. So here you have the USB-C, HDMI, and the mini jack. That's the Ethernet cable. The 4 USBs, I'm sure like the blues are different to the blacks, but I don't know the details yet. And this is the bottom. I don't think there's anything special here other than this is the micro SD card reader. Right, so now it comes with a manual. This is the camera. This goes too fast. So this is the camera. It's Raspberry Pi camera V2. And it plugs directly into this slot here. I didn't mention. So the camera plugs right here, and this is a slot for a display. But I think the Braincraft plugs directly to its display through this part here because it's another board, right? All right, so we go to see the camera. Where are you? Yeah, we probably need the, oh, yeah, I don't think I take the camera out of the, the camera is not even here. Well, the camera is inside here, and this is a cover for the camera, and that last part is a cable to connect the camera to the thing. All right, so this is the kit. I think the camera is missing in this image, and I have it assembled, but yesterday I was trying to, and I have a way to play that, I think, here. Let me see if I go to my recordings. Yeah, so let's see if this works. So if I play this recording, so this, in here I was trying to, and maybe let's play it at a really high speed. All right. So here I was trying to see if I could ping the Raspberry Pi local. So this is how you would normally. So Raspberry Pi, when you connect to your Wi-Fi or to your Ethernet port on your router, if you're connected on a device then that is on the same network, you would get the Raspberry to show up with this IP address, right, on your network, and then you can also get the actual IP inside of the network. But if you're receiving pings back, you that means that you have access to Raspberry Pi, right? Here I'm trying to, let's continue with this. I'm trying to SSH on the thing, but it doesn't really let me. It doesn't let me connect. And I get to successfully connect at one point because I think I added the SSH file to the card, and after accepting the fingerprint, I actually let me actually move. So the password wouldn't work. Like by default, the Raspberry Pi user is Pi, and apparently the password is Raspberry. But for me, that's not working, and that's where I'm a bit blocked. I'm trying to see how to install maybe an SSH key so I can log in with an SSH key instead of with a username and password. But yeah, you can see there's like a lot of stuff that I tried, and one way in which we can get more information is if we write SSH -b and then we try to connect to Raspberry Pi local. There's nothing there right now, but you get more information. So if you run this without the verbose flag, you will just get like a connection that the host doesn't exist. But if you run it verbose, as I did on that demo, you get more information, and that way you can get to see what other options you have to connect. Okay, so we'll talk more about that, and I can create maybe folder for livestream 73 and keep it in here. Just if you missed last week's stream, this is what we did. Let me see if I can loop these videos. Can play the two videos at the same time. Okay, how do you loop? Right, that's looping. Right, so those are now synchronized, and this is what we saw last week. This is what's called BlobGAN. On the left, you see the color blobs that I manipulated. On the right, you see the output GAN generated image with BlobGAN. And I think it's pretty cool. I mean, if we make this smaller, it makes a bit more sense because it has more. It has only 256 pixels by 256 pixels. Right, so yeah, those are now sort of synchronized. Okay, so that's live 72, so you can go to last week's live stream and see that. And let me quickly take a look at my notes here. So yeah, I need to take a look at how to get the proper SSH setup done. I think I need to do something like this tutorial says. I mean, it's just about seeing if I can install my SSH key of my computer as an authorized key, and I don't have to go through figuring out how to solve the password issue, but it would be good if I can also see that. And, I used, let me see, I think I have a screenshot for that. Yeah, so I used a Raspberry Pi Imager. So this apparently is like an application that is fairly new. It allows you to choose an operating system, a storage device, and just write to the SD card. Well, actually, I have it here, Raspberry Pi Imager. And with this, you could just choose between many different distros of Linux. So, for example, you have like for media playing systems, like for example Kodi or other systems. You also have emulation like RetroPie or Recalbox or Laka. But yeah, I don't know, there is like a lot of things here. Let's zoom in a bit here. So we can erase miscellaneous utility images, bootloader, restore factory default setting and change boot priority, a multi-boot OS installer with OS admin features. Each of these has like different options normally. It's custom image if you download from the internet or create your own. And actually, the one I installed was what they call Raspbian, which is a Raspberry Pi version of Debian. I actually installed on the Raspberry Pi 4. I installed this one, Raspberry Pi OS Lite 64-bit cached on your computer, right? So yeah, this is the one I used. I chose the card here. If you put it inside with a card reader, and then you just click on write. Would you like to pre-fill the Wi-Fi password from the system keychain? Yes. I see. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe this is what I need to do. All right, so I'm glad that I took a look. Maybe this is what I need to do to solve my issue, and then that way we can demo it here. Let's just save screenshot here. All right, so before I go, yeah, Sajid, BlobGAN is pretty nice, and there is, if you go here, BlobGAN, there is a demo that they have. I'll put the link on the chat. So BlobGAN, and yeah, they have a lot of demos here, and you can open this demo notebook, and it worked more or less out of the shelf. I think I just had to run it and it worked. So yeah, I put the link on the chat. And okay, so let me see. We have this, and the only thing I saw this vision aided GAN. assembling off-the-shelf models for GAN training. So it seems like Jun Jan Zhu and other researchers, Richard Zhang as well, they are doing a lot of papers with CMU and Adobe Research in what has to do with GANs and generative images. And this paper seems really promising. There is like a comparison here between images generated with their method as opposed to StyleGAN. And, even though StyleGAN generates things, especially in this task, the images generated by their method make a lot more sense. So for example, I was going to point at the screen, if you look at some of these cats, their images are a lot more realistic. All right, so this is another pointer that I found. So this is vision aided GAN, and for this one I haven't tried it yet, and I need to, slides in PowerPoint format. Standard GAN. Let's actually take a look at this. It might be worth watching. Okay, let's see this from the beginning. Can we do that? All right, we'll have to wait. Okay, so standard GAN training. Model selection, fake samples, real samples, BGG classification. Vision aided, reimagining model. Yeah, I would have to take a look at this in more detail, but they do have these shared slides, which I think it's really nice that they do share them. So FID is the measure. The smaller the number, the more the images resemble real images. Stallion to Ada. They look more realistic, definitely. Right. Okay, so yeah, this paper deserves looking more in detail. This research. Okay, so we're gonna leave that on this one. All right. So I think that's gonna be it from my end for today. As I said, this was gonna be a fairly short live stream. One thing I wanted to show, right? So hijack, audio hijack, which I've shown before on the live stream. So this is audio hijack, and this is a new panel that they've added on version 4. So this is a paid upgrade. If you had like audio hijack 3, this is a paid upgrade, but it's definitely worth it. It adds this panel that you can pin, and what it does is like this session, right? Like if I continue talking now, I'm gonna be muted, right? And now I'm back. So this means that this live stream session that I have here, it is shown here as a session that I can run in the background or stop. And I could unpin this, and then this hides, and I have the option to go here and see the sessions and modify them from here. Or I can pin that item and move that around and keep it whatever. I usually have it on the other screen that I have outside here that you cannot see. I have that panel so I can control my sessions. So if I double click here, you can see this panel, right? So right now we have these two panels. And what this panel does, so let me make this a bit smaller so I can zoom in and you can see it bigger. All right, so what this does is I have this session which I just opened, and what's happening is the audio is going through this line here, right? It's passing through here, and the audio effects come from Farrago, which is open in here. So I have those effects here, and you can see that if I pipe any audio effects, let me see how I can do this so you can see it. Let's move this aside now. All right, so if you look at here, right, look at these cables, let's say, they are gonna, the background music are gonna sound here. Right, so you can see the music is passing through these ones. I can fade it out now. And I could do, for example, a drum roll. Yeah, so we have sound effects that are piped to the stream through here. And actually, this is not piping. Yeah, this is not really piping anything. So this is just piping the microphone to here. And usually I use this to pipe this to my speakers or my headphones. I'm actually piping Farrago to the live stream and OBS with Loopback, which is another tool of the same, Farrago, Audio Hijack, and Loopback are from the same company, Rogue Amoeba. And I'm passing Farrago through this node, right? So we have this on, we have Farrago here, and this is being passed through into this Loopback OBS system audio. So I have these two channels, OBS mic and OBS system, on my OBS setup. So I'm gonna remove I'll leave it here so you see me a few times, but I can remove the preview. So here I have my OBS mic and system, right? So those are these two that I was mentioning before, and I can also silence each of these from here, or I can why am I here? Okay, so I think that what did I click? So I clicked this one. So you saw you saw this behind the scenes camera. Let me see if we can get it to work better. We can add a chroma here as well. Yeah, so this is just my this is just my Mac the M1 webcam that we have here, and as you can see, there's some stuff behind because we don't have the thing. All right, so yeah, I was just showing you a bit of the setup. Is the same that I've had for a while, but it's a bit updated now with the new version of this piece of software. Okay, and I don't know what I did now, but this doesn't really show the same way. Can I close this with this break? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but it seems like I'm breaking stuff. So I'm gonna stop playing with this live. All right, so okay, so let me go back to where I was. Let me maybe put. All right, so now that you guys are online, can you let me know if this is this music, is this background music good? Is the background music annoying? Does it add to the video or not? Okay, so I saw here that Sodivius asked if I've been working on crypto and NFT lately. Honestly, I haven't had the time. I've been taking a closer look at Solana. So I've acquired a bit of Solana, but just because I want to have some in case I do mint NFTs in Solana, but it's like not a lot. And I'm not a professional, so I would say every time I talk about crypto and NFTs, don't make any financial decisions based on what I say. And yeah, so maybe I can ask you, like, if you're online, so Divius or other people, or if you read this or listen to this afterwards, maybe you can share with us in the comments or on the Discord server. Are you doing anything with crypto and NFTs? I comment a bit on some of the latest podcast episodes. So if you go to gettingsimple.com/podcast, you can see, and I'm opening this thing here. I'm here twice now wearing something really similar. Gettingsimple.com/podcast. And as you can see, the words, fintech, Bitcoin, NFTs, Web3, blockchain, anonymity, NFTs, generative art, they show up in some of the latest episodes. So if you're interested, I would encourage you to go there and let me know what you think of what we talk. If you have anything to add, and that would be great. And as always, I hope that you enjoyed that. So today, as I said before, was a, let me remove things from here, add this to the background, and then that way we can continue. So yeah, today the main focus was to show you again this machine learning for Lobe kit that I acquired from Adafruit. It's now out of stock, but I got it with the Raspberry Pi 4, 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I'm going to be playing with this a bit during the next few weeks. Hopefully we can do something cool with it on the live stream. Maybe I can show you how to assemble and disassemble this, or what it actually means, how we SSH into the machine, how we train with Lobe, export the model, upload it to the thing, and then get it running. I don't know how long the process is going to take, but this is a project or like something that I'm doing for fun. It's not necessarily a project. It's just like me trying to do something that is slightly a bit more analog, right? Like this has some physical parts, and I'm building a machine. And I don't know, it would be good. Like I would be really happy to see if I can get that anywhere. Something that I saw yesterday as well that is super exciting is these Raspberry, the Pi, what they call the Pi Zero, right? So this is really small, and in on Adafruit is out of stock as well, but it's $15, and it's a computer in itself for $15 that you can use to build custom systems, right? Introducing the Pi Zero. There's a video here where they probably talk about like how these machines, what, the original $5 computer, is this
in the door and involved in computer programming.
yeah,
I
so they
guess
probably
there's only
explain
one thing cooler
how,
than a $5
you know,
computer,
that
and
is a
that's
computer
acquiring a
that
free computer.
replaces other big ones.
We publish a
$5
magazine called
Raspberry Pi
Magpie.
Zero.
It's
What?
available from all reputable UK and US
a computer on your fingertips. Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the shortage of hardware and things, but I saw it for $15. But okay, Adafruit $5, Raspberry Pi Zero version 1.3. So it's not even $15; it's $5. So this is a note here that they say, like, even if they don't have a product in stock individually, it might still be in starter pack, budget packs, camera packs, or by Dural Zero. All right, so just keep in mind, and this is how small it is. It's literally tiny. Let's just get that. So it's a tiny board. It's like in your fingertips, and it has also, is that two HDMI ports? Yeah, or that's a USB micro USB USBs, right? These seems like a this seems like a HDMI output. Okay, so this is an HDMI USB. This probably power in. It says camera, micro SD card. So maybe, just maybe, this doesn't get like a display as an output, but just an HDMI port as a output display. All right, let me just quickly take a look. All right, and there are a lot of pieces here. Let's look for Pi Zero again. Raspberry Pi Zero. So the version 2 is $15. W is $10. And I don't know. I mean, I guess we will have to look for what is different in these ones. But I guess just like a faster processor and updated things. Because I see the inputs and outputs are the same. All right. And I see one last comment from Sajay online. He says, let me pull this on the site so I can read it on my screen. So Sajay Kumarji says, the only bit of blockchain crypto I'm interested in is smart contracts and their applications. I'm not a big fan, or I'm not big on NFTs and cryptocurrencies. I agree. I mean, NFTs and cryptocurrencies have become an speculatory market, and they have basically, that seems to be what moves the masses and all of this news about crypto. But there are many interesting applications. I personally think that the application of NFTs is interesting as well, but for game assets and for actual digital art support, and not just for speculating. I don't think we should be speculating with every single thing that we can create online just to get value out of it. All right, I'm gonna finish the live stream now. I would really appreciate if you're connecting with us online. Just say hi in the chat, say hello, maybe say goodbye. I don't know. So I know that you're there, and don't forget, like I usually ask people who are watching live, if you can like this video to support the so let me go again. So I would invite you to like this video if you're live and you want to support the work that I'm doing here with the channel, and remind you that you can subscribe if you want to get notified when I go live next or when I upload new videos. If you're not on Discord yet, you can join the community at None of the Masses Discord or go into the QR code. And that was it for this week. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, so that is it for me. I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna close these things. I'll leave this open in case you want to write something on the chat quickly before I go. and I will probably just leave the intro music and the what is this, the cover image here. Let me quickly, and yep, so this is what you can see now on screen. We're gonna use Farrago to play this music, and yeah, have a great week. I'll see you next week. Thanks Olivius and Sajeh for connecting live. And for those of you who couldn't make it, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if hardware is something that you're interested in learning. I'm definitely interested in learning more about machine learning optimized hardware that we can use to run machine learning models there instead of on our own computers. So I'll let you go. I want to say thanks again, and I'll see you next week.